would you say was the biggest difference between your team's fourth quarter performance Wednesday night and tonight?
It was a desire to win. They were hungry to get it done. We bettered ourselves in the second half of things that we wanted to accomplish and how we wanted to play, how we wanted to defend, how we must rebound. And that second half was huge for us. And we were still down going into the fourth, but we felt like we had a little momentum, and it shifted in our favor.
And then turnovers. Do you feel like that's just a response to this team still getting to know each other? What would you say was attributed to that?
Yes, it is. We're getting to know one another, and they were doing exactly what was asked of them. And of course, we were turning it over, trying to share it a little bit too much, and trying to get the ball in areas that we couldn't get it in. But I was comfortable with what they were trying to do, and knowing that those are things that we can correct. All those things are adjustable and correctable. So of course, we don't want to turn it over as much as we did, but we're learning one another. We're learning how to play together and the things that matter. So it's big. It's big that we'll get back on the floor, get back into the gym, and we'll correct those things. We're learning.
What did you think of Marina's three to open the floor?
She's a shot taker. She's a believer. She's confident, and I'm confident in what she does. When Marina gets going, it's very contagious. She's a leader out there. She's able to score the ball from deep, mid-range, get to the rim, and she's also able to find her teammates. She did a heck of a job for us down the stretch.
Coach, does it mean anything a little bit special to get your first win here in Texas, your native state?
Never thought about it, but it was good to know that my family was here.
With Arika being a good shot taker too under pressure, when it was close, how did you guys, what was your message? Was it just keep an eye on her, or was it just everybody?
The message was clear from the moment we stepped out here: stay very close to Arika. She's dangerous. And with the ball in her hands, we knew that she was going to try to do even more for her team to win at home. And of course she did. You know, she's very difficult to defend. She's an incredible talent. So it's very, very hard to play against her, the way that she plays, how hard she plays. So we had to stay locked in on what the details of how we must guard her.
How proud of you that your team kept your composure with all the crazy calls, wild environment, nobody got no technicals or anything like that?
We can't worry about those things. We have to focus in on what we have to do to better ourselves. If the call is made, call is made. If the call is not made, call is not made. We have to get back and get ourselves, recompose ourselves and get ourselves going.
Coach, Kennedy Carter, in the second half, I thought she really turned it up. Can you just talk about just her impact on the game?
And she was amazing. She was amazing. She's an incredible talent. She's finding her way. She's finding her way, getting her legs underneath her, finding out what her role is and how she's going to play her role. As you can see, she's electric. And we're super excited to have her with us.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. We'll do a couple on Zoom. We'll start with Carly.
Hey, Coach Spoon, congratulations on your first win.
Thank you.
Just what do you have to say about Elizabeth Williams' performance on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively?
You just said that. I had a conversation with her before I came in here and told her how special she was, and battling all night long with them down there in the paint, and then trying to box out, trying to rebound for us, and then being there to anchor our defense by blocking shots. She did so many incredible things for us. It's unreal what she did for us, and I'm super excited for her, the confidence that's building and building every day in her, and you can see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey, Coach Teaspoon, congrats on the win.
Thank
So
you.
I want to talk about the free throws because you guys shot better from the free throw line, particularly Angel Reese did. Was that one of the things you got on her and the team about when you guys looked at film to correct the mistakes that were made in the first game?
We worked too much and too long on free throws to step up there and shoot the way that we did the first game, but it happens. Those things happen. So what do you do to bounce back from it? You work at it again. You go right back to the drawing board, and we were pretty aggressive getting to the rim, and we got to the free throw line very confident that we could knock it down, and they did.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank
I was
you.
wondering, you talked about earlier in training camp about creating an identity offensively and really trying to stay pat to that throughout the season. And I was wondering, without Camilla and Izzy on the floor, how do you keep that consistency and how do you keep that identity going without changing it too much?
We have to do what we have to do. It's like next man up until Camilla and Izzy gets better. We have to do what we have to do until we can get them on the floor. And we know when they do come that it's going to be incredible for us and the things that we can do when they do hit the floor. So right now we're trying to hold it up until they get here, play the best basketball we possibly can play with the amount of energy that we want to play with on the defensive side of the ball, because that's where it starts for us. And that's what happened in the second half is we turned it up defensively. Dana was incredible. She put pressure on the ball from one end to the other, and it helped us down the stretch.
We'll end with Steven.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on your first regular season win.
Thank you.
You kind of had like a segue into my question, which was late in the game, you all picked up your pickup points a little bit further up the floor and executed more like the helper scenarios. I was curious, what was your assessment of that fourth quarter execution on defense, and do you feel like that was you all kind of leaning more into the identity that you want to play late in games defensively?
Well, that's who we are. That's who we are. What you saw down the stretch is who we are, really working ourselves really hard to become an incredible defensive team who wants to be about stops and then offensive runs. And when you saw us turn it up defensively, it really fueled us on the offensive side of the ball. There was a little bit of execution. We were running, getting easy buckets in transition. So we turned it up defensively. And that started with Dana picking the ball up and making them have to utilize a little bit of their shot clock. And that helped us a lot.
Thank you.
All right.